What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7, and today is day 100 in our Noob to Awesome free-to-play series. I have been having so much fun. We're basically at endgame. I just haven't had the time to do the last few things on my list. Mainly, I haven't even tried to challenge Zio in episode 4 yet, but I'm having a lot of fun in Abyss, challenging and beating that content. I don't know how far I'll go. I think I'm on 106. Maybe I'll even go to 120. Regardless, if I do it on this account, we're going to do videos all the way through Abyss and hopefully the challenge modes as well to show you exactly how to beat them. There have just been so many events lately. I'm trying to get all those rewards, and that's really cutting away from the time that I use to break into new content. And that happens from time to time as they drop a lot of events, a lot of heroes, and a lot of things that we have to focus on. Today, though, we're going in and we're going to do a bunch of summons. That should be pretty fun. We're also going to go in and get some arena gear, roll it, and maybe even roll some more gear so we can gear out some more heroes. Here we go. Let's start the day off with some summons. Why not? I'm still on the bonus day summons for the Covenant. Let's just go ahead. We're going to drop 10 at once. I do like that they put this in. It was a nice feature before. People were making mistakes all the time trying to summon for their free 10 heroes, and I'm glad they added that as a feature. It works out really nice. We got an imprint for our champion Zerato. That's about it. Oh, that's disappointing. Let's go and do the one free summon here. And we get nothing. That's all right. We got Aether. that's the pinnacle of disappointment right there. Let's go ahead and we're going to do some elemental summons as well. Let's see what we get here. All right, looks like we got a 4-star. I don't even know any 4-stars that I want anymore. We got Roman, not used. He's just too slow to do his job in this meta. Not used. Hopefully one day he gets a buff. I think his Moonlight version too needs a buff. Oh, we got one more. Let's go ahead. 3 to 5. Nothing again. Judith, oh, poor girl. Judith was so used. She wasn't used. She was utilized, right? We're not saying we did not use Judith. She was really utilized when the game came out. You know, not so much though. She got speed crept super hard, so can't really utilize her like we used to. No 5-stars today. Oh man, disappointment is real. I thought at least I get one. Armin though, Armin's pretty fun. I think I want to try and build Armin. We get some of our gold transmit stones here. Let's go into the shop and start to buy this stuff out.
What do you think?
Oh, I had forgotten. I got up to rank 70, so now we can receive all honor rank up pack 3. This is something I think is pretty cool. You get a lot of free rewards with the opportunity to buy as well. Of course, we're on a free-to-play account, so we're not going to do that. Still really fun, though. Rank up packs 1 through 3. Let's go ahead and we are going to pull down some Galaxy summons. I don't think I have quite enough to hit pity yet. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and we're just going to buy out the rest of this stuff here. Very important stuff. Now, I'm getting pretty low, so we're going to hold off on these just for right now. Going into the powder shop, too, we see Bottle of Knowledge with only 2 days left. I want to make sure we buy this. And then I think we want to come into the Conquest shop, and we're going to buy this Molagora. Now, I'm going to come back to the Conquest shop a little bit later, because we're going to buy this out as well. But let's go in and finish our summons and see how far we can get with these new Moonlights. Here we go. I don't want to do math. That's not 40. Wait, 50. 50. It's not 50. Let's go. Let's start with some sparks here. We do get some sparks. Very nice. Can I get an Angel of Light? Oh no, don't lag on me. Oh man. Wait.
I desire only one thing. Killing he who looks just like me.
That was so confusing. I thought that was a 4-star spark. 5-star looks almost exactly the same. We get Specimen says, aside from looking super cool, the original hand guy, right? This guy, not as useful, I think, as a lot of the other Moonlight heroes. And that seems to be the theme I'm getting with this account. I'm getting heroes that really I can't utilize very much. What he does do is pretty cool, but he's super hard to set up. Penetrate 100% when the enemy is stunned. I think that on a bruiser build, you know, if his kit or on something like a warrior, man, that would be awesome. Because he dies so fast, he doesn't have built-in mitigation, very, very hard to use. But still, awesome that we got a 5-star hero. We're getting pretty lucky. Just not not the ones that I want, right? Not those like super amazing ones that I want. Assassin Coley, you know what? She's so awesome. She looks super cool. She's super hard to use though. Um, you know, she's a lot like Assassin Sid, but a little bit slower, not very easy to use. Aside from just imprinting her out, I really don't have any plans to utilize her. You need to have something like 15 speed every single piece to be able to really be fast enough while also getting a bunch of crit, attack, and crit damage. Okay, we get Shadow Rose. Wow, okay, a lot of new heroes today. Now, Shadow Rose has a 100% defense break on her S number 2. She also uses S3 first before S2, which is nice because you can utilize her when you go into the Banshee one-shot. So she can be used to help soften up some of the mobs on the first wave. Then on the second wave, she uses this 2-turn defense break. Very, very nice. You can utilize her in the same way with your free spirit, right? Because she will end up doing a second defense break, and that can help take your Banshee 13 one shot up to like 95, pretty close to 100%. But you always have that 15%. Gunther, not gonna use Gunther. I might cheese him, put some good gear on him, and just put him into the the guild boss. There we go, 3 more. Can we get something we can use? We get another Gunther, you jerk. Okay, here we go. We do get a spark. Okay, I can see now. That's a little bit different than that 5-star spark. Okay, I can see that.
Hagen will never fall. Not on my watch.
Peacemaker, I have no idea what he does. I've never gotten him on any account. No account. So let's go ahead and see. He's a focus hero. Okay, that's interesting. Attacks all enemies with a huge explosion, decreasing combat rates by 30%. That's nice, right? He does not strip, though, so you need to bring someone before him. That way they can remove immunity. When the caster's defense is greater than the player's, penetrate the target by... No, it penetrates 100%. No, up to a maximum amount of 60. This is weird wording. Weird wording. Usually they say penetrate the target's defense. That means 100%, but then they added it right here at the end, right? Right here at the end. Now you cannot utilize this onto your first turn because you consume 5 focus. So you have to bring up his focus first. Okay, that's interesting. And then we remove 10 souls from the enemy. So on his very first turn, he's going to buff. Looks like he is going to increase defense and effect resist and also speed. Get an extra turn. So that gives him 3. He must S1. It gives him 1. That means he must S1 again before he can use that S number 3. Interesting. He is a ranger. Okay. So what do you do? Bruiser play? I think Bruiser play. The problem now is that you have this Bruiser Ranger Furious and you have a light meta. So, I mean, can you keep him alive for basically 2 to 3 turns while doing this? I don't know. If it were 100% defense penetration, maybe it'd be worth building up. I don't think he'll be impactful for a lot of the meta. Pretty cool, though, that he gets the huge combat readiness decrease. I don't know. I'll have to think about how to utilize him. It seems like what you would do, though, is you would utilize him as a bruiser build. And since he has that AoE penetrate, that you would build him either on a counter set, maybe even an injury set or a speed set, and then just go for really good stats in defense and HP, high crit chance, and then high crit damage. You might even want to bring in some effectiveness, that way you land this combat readiness, but you're mostly going to land this onto your attackers and not really onto anyone who is going to be a support, a knight, or a soul weaver, because they're building, 100 plus effect resist. We get Anos. That's like the millionth Anos I got. Oh man, that's too bad. But we do get Specimen Says, we do get some new heroes for the book. No one I think that I'm going to use, but as you're doing these summons, you can start to really build up their imprints, get the SSS, and make sure that you get the free Covenant bookmarks as you start to max out that reputation, which is nice, right? It's nice.
What do you think?
Let's go now into that arena conquest shop down here, and we're going to start to buy things out. I don't quite have enough of these glory crests to buy everything, and normally I go for unknown slate first. This is what I do recommend, but I do want to roll some arena gear because it's a brand new account, and we're going to sort of see how this goes. I think it'll be pretty good. I have so many heroes that I would like to use, but I just don't have the gear for them quite yet. And I think this is going to be really great in expanding the hero pool that we're able to utilize in expeditions, but also into arena, which can be very important. We have guild wars, right? And so guild wars is one of my favorite things to do, but very difficult when you only have so many heroes. So let's see what we get here. I'm going to go ahead and pull open my little cheat sheet for the gear. All right, there we go. Now, if you don't know, I'll flash it up on the screen, but I do have some scores that I try and go by as I'm rolling this gear to tell me if it's really any good or not. And we can start with this. Now, this level 88 gear that you get from Arena for the last 4 seasons is amazing. You can see it all has like 35 to 37 start value. This kind of gear is going to roll better than that old starting value with 31, 32, 33. So I'm not even going to buy that old gear. I'm only going to buy the gear, the newer gear that comes through. So we want to have at least a 32. This starts at a 35. Let's go ahead and we're going to roll it to a plus number 3. I will say that I do like the auto select. That has been a good feature, but it always selects your charms first and not your weapon powder. So typically what I do when I'm testing gear is I try and use the least amount as possible, and that's when I'm really going to use that weapon powder. So we do get a 5 roll here, not amazing. Not amazing. I think 8 is the maximum roll. So 5 okay, but not amazing. We also see that we have attack, that's okay as well. Now, if we can avoid health, maybe I can take this into a crit chance, and then that will be pretty good. 9 is the max roll on attack, and I only get a plus 6. Now, at a plus 6, I want to be a 52. I'm at a 53. 2 mediocre rolls have put me sort of there where I didn't really intend to be. I was hoping this would roll amazing. And we get... we get health. Thanks. So now we have an 8 in health. Okay. 64. I want at least a 62. That 8 put me onto a good gear score. But who are you going to utilize this on? It's all over the place. Maybe if you have a Moonlight Bologna, that would be okay. Maybe if you have a Moonlight Ken, that would be okay as well. Let's go ahead and take it all the way. I want at least a 73 at plus 12. I get a 75 there. Let's see what else we can get. Now, I don't like that you have to select these. I kind of just want to click it and have it go in. It's really very annoying that I have to do that. Okay, and we see a plus 90. So for all of my gear after it's reforged, I want to have at least a 90. We meet the bare minimum all over the place. No idea who I'm going to use this on, but you're definitely going to need to have a crit set, or we're going to need to roll major things into crit chance here. So let's see. This one starts at a 37. Again, I want at least a 32. We get a 4 speed. Very nice. Okay, a 9 defense, max roll. I guess weapons, just bad luck with weapons. 3 then into speed. And another max roll into defense. Thank you for completely ignoring crit chance. I didn't want any crit chance at all. That wasn't even on my list, so I appreciate that. Smilegate, they think they know what I want. I guarantee it's not what they think. Let's go. Okay. 6 into crit damage. So again, no crit chance. Very high into defense. We get that bruiser theme going. Let's go into the helmet. Man, no crit chance on the helmet either? What are they thinking I'm going to use this on? Not everyone has Moonlight Landy. Not everyone has Moonlight Bellona, Moonlight Ken. What am I gonna do with this gear? Definitely need crit set. Now we are doing pretty good. I won a 62. I get a 67. Okay, 2 4s. I think 2 4s, right? That's not too bad. 2 4s. 79. I won at least a 73. So this one turned out very high onto the scale for the equipment score. But again, what am I gonna do with it? Let's just go ahead here. Plus 15. More health. 95. That one's a little bit better. What did I even roll? I don't remember. 96. Okay. So pretty good rolls. But the problem is just where am I going to utilize this? We're definitely going to have to roll pretty decent into crit chance at some point. Still avoiding crit chance. Still avoiding crit chance. Okay. Wow. Wow. So this one, it was an 80. I wanted at least a 73. So very good. But wow. What are we gonna do here? Another 95, and again, 0% crit chance. Okay, let's go with the necklace. We need to have some luck here. Finally, on the 4th piece. Now these are some of the best rolls that I could probably get. That rolls all into attack, all into crit chance, and to speed. I think that's great. We got a lot of pieces that have defense on them now, so if we roll more defense, that would be okay. Of course. They know exactly what I want. Not too high a roll there. We want a 73. I get a 75. So all of these on track to be decent pieces. But I think that very limited hero pool that can utilize them, I think that's really what it boils down to. We're gonna have to try and figure out where I can put this. Really great rolls into there, but look at that. Our first one below 90 today. First one. Looks like 6, 6, and 7, a 6 and a 4. No max rolls. Or at least they didn't average to max rolls. Our last chance for some decent crit. Not gonna happen. All bruiser gear. Wow. Wow, indeed. We want a 62, I get a 65. Now we want a 73, I get a 79. We got some decent rolls into speed. That's pretty interesting. Not too bad as long as you can meet that crit chance requirement. I'm not feeling it though. Not feeling it. There we go. Finally, not a max roll. That would be a max roll on level 85 gear, but still pretty decent roll. We get a 94. Overall, it did roll pretty well, but I don't think that we're really going to build an amazing hero with that, which is part of the problem. Really what I wanted was some general stats, a general good stat spread, and I just didn't get it. Let's see if we can put it on a random hero. Let's say that I put this on Sirmia, right? Then I don't think that we're going to be getting a very decent stat spread. Just gonna throw it on her just for fun and kind of see where it rolled to. Now, of course, I would never do this because what I want to do is have an offset, right? There's no reason to use more than 4 in one piece. But as you can see, it rolled bruiser type gear. we have Sirmia with not very high defense and not very high HP, but came out like Rimuru type stats with low crit chance. What we're going to want here is we absolutely need to bring in a crit set. There's no way that you're going to be able to avoid utilizing a crit set here. Even with the 2 pieces that I have, 67 is all we get. Pretty decent. Well, for her, I want to over 4,000, over 300, and close to a 100% crit chance, and we just don't get it. Hopefully we have some more luck as we continue to roll gear. That would be good, but not feeling it today. Let's see if we get anything else today. I don't see any real rings or necklaces. Well, this ring isn't bad. I don't like to roll level 80 gear unless it's very, very good. Level 85 gear, 1 of 29 starting value. I get a 38 here, which is great. Does not have crit chance though. So really what we're doing is we're testing speed, right? I'm not going to do that today. I don't have the resources. This one here, level 80 gear, all max rolls. This one comes from, I think, Hell Raid. Very, very nice. So when you have a crit chance necklace, right, we want to roll really high into speed, probably really high into effect resist as well. Let's see what we get today. Now, crit chance onto a crit set is very good because now I can get that 100% crit chance that I really need onto maybe an off damage hero while also getting very high speed. But I get a 6 here into defense, so I'm on target, but don't really want to have defense here. Crit chance necklace is very high value, but this is not something where I'm going to build up a lot of damage, right? You get that 100% crit chance, but now you're missing out on a ton of that damage. Maybe what we can do is we can put this crit chance necklace with our destruction set. It didn't roll any crit, and then because those two things, because you get a lot of your crit damage through your destruction set, maybe that you would get a little bit better crit chance with that. That is worth a shot. Okay, so we want at +9 a 56. We get a 66, which is very good, but we cannot reforge this. So we want this to go to at least 85, 90 without that reforge potential. Not bad. We get a 74 here. I want to have a 66. I think once we get up to the top, this will be somewhere around 80, 85. We don't get into that speed, but I think that would be okay. Let's go ahead and see what else we can roll. I think this is going to be pretty good. It just so happens that we didn't roll any crit chance today. So having this crit chance necklace, I think, is going to bridge that gap a little bit. But we roll into effectiveness. 85. Wow, that was a really good guess. Is effectiveness not what I want to see? Let's go now to our Sirmia. This is the same Sirmia we had utilized before. You remember we rolled that destruction set that didn't roll into any crit chance, but now we have a necklace that might make this set viable. We're using exclusive equipment with 12% attack. 14 is the highest, I think, so she has some room for improvement. I utilize the number 1 exclusive equipment because, you know, mostly I utilize her into Hall of Trials. She's also good into some Abyss levels with the dual attack, so we're going to do that. We have no artifact here, so that'll add another probably 150, 200 onto your attack. We also see that she has a imprint with attack, so if you have imprints, that you could probably get her a little bit higher here. Let's go into attack. I like to run medium speed and medium to high onto crit damage. Now let's come in and pull destruction, pull in crit chance, and we want to make sure we have that crit chance necklace on and see exactly how it goes. Okay, so this does run pretty well. We see 4,357 attack. When we add the artifact, it'll be 4,500, and that's where I want to run her. I want to run her 4,500 to 5,000 attack. I think that's a good build. We see that we have more defense and health than we really need here, and that's because we rolled a lot of bruiser stats onto this gear. But still, it makes it viable, right? At least she won't die. I see 168 speed. I like to run 175 or so, even up to 185 onto a Cermia or onto a Carmen Rose or onto a Helga or those types of heroes. Maybe even a Violet, I think would work really well at that speed because then it enables me to take at least a turn without having CR manipulation, which can be a problem. We see 100% crit chance, even higher. I like they put this in. This shows me how much I went over so I can sort of tweak my gear a little bit and look for things that are not as high a crit chance and maybe more into crit damage when I want to improve this hero later. We get pretty close to 300% into crit damage. I want to run my heroes somewhere around 170 or more crit damage. So this is pretty good. Ideally, I would want another 18. And we see some wasted stats here into the effectiveness. That comes from this necklace. Now, if I wanted to, maybe I can modify this down here into like a 10 with your crit damage and get her a little bit closer, but I don't think that I will. Maybe I want to utilize this on someone else, or maybe even this is not an amazing set for Cermia. Maybe this is an amazing set for a different hero that I haven't thought of. You know, or maybe what I do is I sneak it into something like a Celine. You guys know I love my Celine, but still, we can see that even though we rolled less than ideal stats onto a destruction set, one piece is all you need to bring it together. Write it down, think about it, look at your heroes maybe, or look at the gear you're not using before you start to roll gear, and keep your eye out for some of these pieces that roll really great equipment score while also helping you to utilize some of that gear that you don't have. Now, of course, I would love this for level 85 gear, but it's not. If I were to reforge this, it would come out to probably 98, maybe even 100, which is really fantastic. But I can bring this in, I can utilize it with gear that basically was unusable with heroes that I have to now make a hero that I can use and I can do something with down the line. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a like so other people just like you can find it as well. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.